before the pandemic.
Manny's gonna fight Tank after that.
How would they fight? Tank's 135 pounder.
Catch weight, 43, 44. Yeah.
Who wins that one?
I think Tank.
They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, man. You like that fight because he's little, like he's your size.
I like that. WBC shouldn't have sanctioned this fight. This is something that Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be allowed to do, but he's doing it. They're probably gonna make a lot of money off of it. It's gonna be a business success, but the fight.
The boxing world is stunned as serious talks emerge about a potential $500 million mega fight between Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Davis. Fans and experts alike are in disbelief at the possibility. Showbiz the Adult, a respected boxing analyst, claimed this matchup could lead to the biggest payday in the sport's history.
I'm just gonna rub it in. Pause. I remember saying when Tank couldn't get a fight in, I was saying Shakur shouldn't have signed that deal with Matchroom if he wanted to fight Tank. Lomachenko, I said he ducked. But then when he couldn't find a fight, I said, hey, fight Manny Pacquiao. The reason why I said fight Manny Pacquiao at 144 was, number one, you can get the sensationalism and the crazy hype shit of a Jake Paul fight, right? It got the money grab on it. On top of that, though, he can prepare for 140 by fighting Manny at 144, get a training camp in at your weight class. Then he could come down from 144 and fight Tio at 140. Everybody said that don't make sense, Biz. Can't fight Lamont Road.
The announcement of a potential showdown between Gervonta Davis and Manny Pacquiao has sparked a storm of comparisons. Boxing fans across the globe are debating the contrasting styles and legacies of the two fighters. Davis is known for his precise timing and knockout power, often waiting patiently before delivering a crushing blow. In contrast, Pacquiao brings relentless speed, high-volume flurries, and non-stop aggression. This stylistic clash has created massive buzz, with many asking whether Davis's explosive power can overcome Pacquiao's experience and pressure. This fight isn't just about two athletes, it's a collision of generations. Modern explosiveness versus proven, time-tested skill.
One of the most explosive lightweights of our time, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, against one of the most feared and ferocious explosive lightweights in history, Manny Pacquiao. Both men are southpaws and use genius traps to get their opponents to drop their guard and set up hard punches that end the night. While Manny Pacquiao was more of a volume puncher, we all know Gervonta "Tank" Davis was a one-punch knockout artist. Manny Pacquiao also had to chop trees down because he went up in weight throughout his career. Gervonta now is still at what looks like is his natural weight, so he's still able to use that power. Both men used amazing angles. Both men also used amazing momentum punches, meaning they would wait to the last second and then step in and catch the opponent coming at them, and it'd be like a high-speed collision. Tank Davis was great at creating openings to land that one-punch eraser, while Pacquiao created openings in a different way. He would do it by throwing lots of punches and really throwing variations from head to body, but the result would be the same. Both men would stop or knock out their opponents. If prime Pacquiao fought prime Tank Davis at 135 or 140, who wins? Tell me in the comments.
At 46, Manny Pacquiao is once again defying the odds by stepping back into the ring against elite competition. Most fighters at this age have long since retired or moved into advisory roles, but Pacquiao's return raises difficult questions. Older athletes often deal with slower reflexes, fading endurance, and increased injury risk. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, is in his physical prime, armed with youth, speed, and devastating power. Yet Pacquiao's unmatched ring intelligence, strategic brilliance, and adaptability have helped him defeat younger challengers before. While age is a clear factor, experience and perfect timing might still shift the odds slightly in his favor.
As a cash cow, as a star attraction, as something like a pro wrestler to an extent. You ain't gonna get the fights you want with this dude. You gonna get him fighting Mexicans and gimmick fights like this. Now, the sad part in all this is, in my opinion, is this fight is crazy enough to happen. It's going to make a lot of money. It's going to do good sales. But not only is it box office and big business, in my opinion, if promoted right, looking at this motherfucker's resume, this is probably his toughest fight, in my opinion. A 45-year-old Pacquiao will be the closest thing to a 50-50 fight Tank's been in. And that's sad. That's fucked up. But it's the absolute truth. This is the closest thing he's been into a 50-50 fight a 45-year-old Pacquiao. Me personally, I don't know what Pac-Man has left in the tank for me to say that this is going to be competitive. Comes to age, speed and reflexes are the first thing to go. Explosiveness are the first things to go. So off youth and explosiveness alone, Tank should be able to beat the old man. But the fact that this is even up for debate is sad, man. Like I said, stop looking at Tank as a as a regular fighter. Look at him as an attraction. When he fights, expect to see the bitches come out. Expect your casual friends to hit you up, talking about parties and let's.
Manny will first face Mario Barrios. Barrios has approached this fight with deep respect and seriousness, fully aware of the opportunity it presents. He doesn't see it as just another challenge. For him, it's a career-defining moment. Facing a legend like Pacquiao, whose impact spans generations, requires not just top physical conditioning but mental and emotional control. Barrios understands that stepping into the ring with Manny means proving his worth to the entire boxing community. Also admitted that preparing for someone like Gervonta Davis won't be easy for Pacquiao either, showing a fair and balanced view of the challenges ahead for both men.
I think I could take a lot from that fight, actually, man. You know, like the way Tank, you know, the way he closes his distance, you know, the way, you know, like he worked off his speed, you know, similar size. I think Pacquiao might be a couple inches taller, but yeah, man. So like again, all those fights, you know, they're like prepared me for this moment. You know, I got me ready for this fight, and yeah, just going back, you know, taking what I can, you know, from those fights, as I always have, and then, you know, just work on everything.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia has been blunt about his concerns regarding Pacquiao potentially fighting Gervonta Davis. Garcia has warned that this isn't just a risky fight, it could be a dangerous one. Davis's youth and knockout power pose serious threats, especially against a veteran whose reflexes might not be what they once were. Garcia hopes Pacquiao will consider retiring after the Mario Barrios fight, rather than continuing against opponents who could do serious harm. His warning doesn't come from disrespect. It comes from genuine concern for a legend whose legacy deserves protection. It's not unnecessary danger.
What happened before the pandemic?
Manny's gonna fight Tank after that.
How would they fight? Takes 135 pounds.
Catch weight, 43, 44. Yeah,
Who wins that one?
I think Tank.
Why do they want that fight?
It's a big fucking fight. It's a huge fight, Ellie.
Who do I cover in that fight?
Huh?
I like both of them.
Cover both of them.
There's rising concern among boxing professionals about Pacquiao's current fight schedule. Many believe it's irresponsible to have him face Mario Barrios and then possibly Gervonta Davis in such quick succession. The physical wear from the first bout could leave Pacquiao tired, vulnerable, and not fully prepared for Davis's explosive strength. Critics argue that organizations like the WBC should be more cautious, especially with aging fighters, while the financial rewards may be driving the hype. Insiders warn that pushing Manny into back-to-back wars could result in more harm than triumph.
Anyway, and Tank Davis. First, let's start with Manny and Tank. That fight's even more trash than this one because Tank Davis is a way better fighter than Mario Barrios, bro. Tank Davis would send Manny Pacquiao. That's not a good look. So Manny can call it out all day. I'm sure PBC would love to make that fight. Tank Davis, if you and your team watching this video, bro, anybody that's rocking with Tank watching this video, that's beneath you, bro. That man's 72 years old, bro. He about to get hands put on him by Mario Barrios anyway, in my opinion, so I don't think it matters. But even if he was to somehow win and defeat Mario Barrios, I would not want to see Tank Davis take on no damn Manny Pacquiao, bro. That shit would be all wrong.
In classic Tank Davis fashion, the undefeated star has shown zero hesitation about facing Pacquiao. With calm confidence, Davis made it clear he's ready to fight Manny anytime, anywhere. His attitude shows that this isn't just about chasing a huge paycheck, it's about cementing his own legacy. Davis doesn't view Pacquiao as an aging fighter, he sees him as a living legend worth defeating.
Just saying him and then fighting somebody like Pacquiao, it give me hope for sure. It doesn't matter who I fight, it doesn't matter. As long as I put on a great performance whoever I fight, it doesn't matter. I don't believe that it's...
When asked about a hypothetical matchup between Naoya Inoue and Gervonta Davis, Manny Pacquiao gave the edge to Inoue. The comment raised eyebrows, but showed Pacquiao's honest and analytical approach to Davis as a fighter. Rather than dismissing, Manny acknowledged his strengths while still believing in Inoue's superior technique. Most importantly, Pacquiao didn't back away from the idea of fighting Davis himself. His remarks reflect a man who fully grasps the magnitude of the challenge but refuses to back down from it.
So Manny Pacquiao was asked who he thought would win against Gervonta Davis versus Naoya Inoue, and he says he fights like I used to. In a media scrum for his Shock World title return against Mario Barrios, which I still can't believe is happening. He's 46 years old. I don't know why Mario Barrios signed. Obviously everyone wants to fight a legend, but like, he's 46. You know what I mean? He could be your dad. But yeah, 8 division world champion Manny Pacquiao was asked to predict what he believes would happen if Davis and Inoue were to face each other at some point in the future. Inoue is fast. Inoue's style is like when I was young. I would definitely have to say not so much similar. I just feel like Pacquiao was a little bit more wilder. Inoue seems to have more compact, tighter punches, if that makes sense, but I can see the similarities in a sense that way. But yeah, I think, I don't know, it's hard, that's a lot of weight to cover. So I don't know who'd win that, honestly. Who do you guys think will win?
Some may underestimate Pacquiao because of his age and size, but those who fought him know better. One fighter who has shared the ring with both Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence said without hesitation that Pacquiao hits harder than challenges public assumptions about Manny's current power. His small frame may deceive casual fans, but his speed, explosiveness, and punching force remain real threats. Underestimating him based on age or appearance could be a costly mistake, one that any opponent might regret.
I remember when I fought Errol Spence, and he was the first fighter to ever stop me, and everyone was asking me, man, I mean, he must hit harder than Pacquiao and Rusan. And I said, no, actually, he doesn't hit harder than either. They both hit harder than him. Well, how did he stop you? I'm like, he hit me with a lot. It wasn't the one punch. It was the number of punches that he landed on me that was able to get me out of there.
Even boxing legend Mike Tyson has spoken out about Pacquiao's comeback, and his words carry serious weight. Tyson stated that no one in boxing today looks more impressive than Manny Pacquiao when he's moving. Coming from someone known for raw power and dominance, that's significant praise. Tyson's comments highlight how even at 46, Pacquiao still shows the sharp movement, ring control, and unique energy that defined his prime years.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big-time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational his last fight. Oh, sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Because no.
What? I didn't hear you, Mike. What'd you say?
You don't know much about boxing.
You're a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rio.
Behind the headlines, sources close to both Pacquiao and Davis have revealed that active negotiations are taking place. While no official announcement has been made, insiders confirm that all logistics are being carefully reviewed. Will depend on how Pacquiao performs in his fight with Barrios. A strong injury-free win could open the door for the Davis megafight.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a...
I'm just going to rub it in. Pause. I remember saying when Tank couldn't get a fight in, I was saying Shakur shouldn't have signed that deal with Matchroom if he wanted to fight Tank. Lomachenko, I said he ducked. But then when he couldn't find a fight, I said, hey, fight Manny Pacquiao. The reason why I said fight Manny Pacquiao at 144 was, number one, you can get the sensationalism and the crazy hype shit of a Jake Paul fight, right? It got the money grab on it. On top of that, though, he can prepare for 140 by fighting Manny at 144, get a training camp in at a heavier weight class. Then he could come down from 144 and fight Tio at 140. Everybody said that don't make sense, Biz. Tank fight Lamont Road.
As hype around a Pacquiao versus Davis matchup builds, criticism is growing over the role of boxing authorities. Many experts feel that approving this kind of fight, especially right after his Pacquiao's bout with Barrios, is highly questionable. Concerns over fighter safety, age differences, and recovery time are being raised. Critics are urging sanctioning bodies to consider health over hype.
Anyway, and Tank Davis. First, let's start with Manny and Tank. That fight's even more trash than this one because Tank Davis is a way better fighter than Mario Barrios, bro. Tank Davis would send Manny Pacquiao. That's not a good look. So Manny can call it out all day. I'm sure PBC would love to make that fight. Tank Davis, if you and your team watching this video, bro, anybody that's rocking with Tank watching this video, that's beneath you, bro. That man's 72 years old, bro. He about to get hands put on him by Mario Barrios anyway, in my opinion, so I don't think it matters. But even if he was to somehow win and defeat Mario Barrios, I would not want to see Tank Davis take on no damn Manny Pacquiao, bro. That shit would be all wrong.
Like many elite athletes who push boundaries, Pacquiao hasn't escaped suspicion. Edgar Berlanga recently questioned how Pacquiao managed to move up through so many weight classes while keeping his knockout power. Berlanga's comments implied that performance-enhancing drugs may have played a part. While no evidence has surfaced, the speculation adds another layer of controversy to Manny's legendary career.
Manny Pacquiao was a huge PED user. At least that's what fans speculate. I want to listen to a clip from Edgar Berlanga and I want to debunk it, and I want to really speak the facts here on Manny Pacquiao.
Bro, how you fight that strawweight? You go all the way up to 154 and you're knocking everybody out? Come on, bro. That's why Floyd is not swiping. Floyd waited. Floyd's like, I'm not fighting this nigga. This nigga fighting from 100 pounds and he's up to 147, still knocking these guys out.
And this stuff is so misleading. That's why I always encourage you guys, go out and do your own research. Not only is he wrong that Manny was knocking guys out at 154, Manny has never fought at 154. He came in at 150, I want to say. He fought Margarito for his 8th weight division, won that title by unanimous decision. Didn't stop him, moved back down, never went back up to 154 or anything around that realm. So that's just wrong. In terms of Manny just weight, that's also wrong. I love Manny, but he fought extremely old and drained Oscar De La Hoya at a catchweight that wasn't welterweight, in which he retired him on the stool. And after that, Oscar retired immediately after. In the first clip I shown you against Ricky Hatton, where he stopped him in 2 rounds, not only was this not at welterweight, it was at 140 pounds, which was Ricky Hatton's natural weight. And he was only so chinny because Floyd moved him up to welterweight just to fight him, and then Ricky Hatton moved back down to his original weight. So you could blame Floyd on that one, because Floyd made Ricky Hatton move up into a division he's never fought at. Then he fights Miguel Cotto in his welterweight debut. He batters Miguel Cotto when he stops him. It takes him 12 rounds to stop Cotto. This is a battered Cotto who just lost to Antonio Margarito, by the way. So if you look at Manny Pacquiao in the 147-pound division, that is 2009 Miguel Cotto on up, he has 1 stoppage, in which it was Miguel Cotto coming off being battered. I like Floyd. I like Manny. My 1 and 2 all time. But stop saying that Floyd was smart for waiting this guy out like Manny was just destroying everybody in 1 round.
Despite the warnings, Manny Pacquiao remains undeterred. After his upcoming fight with Barrios, he has made it clear he wants to face Gervonta Davis. For Pacquiao, this isn't just another payday, it's a final chapter. Chance to challenge himself against one of boxing's biggest stars. His commitment to this battle says a lot about who he is. While some worry about the dangers, Manny's eyes are firmly locked on a legacy-defining moment.
President and promoter of MP Promotions, Manny Pacquiao Promotions, has came out and stated that one of Manny Pacquiao's dream fights is to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, he said after the fight with Mario Barrios, and if Gervonta get past Lamont Roach, and if somehow the Jake Paul fight don't come into fruition, Manny Pacquiao will be looking to land the fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. And it will be a big fight for both of them because, as we all know, Gervonta Tank Davis sells and Manny Pacquiao sells. And Manny Pacquiao always been wanting to fight, and hey, it'll be a legacy fight for Gervonta Davis. But we'll see how it go. But it's the